It's 2:30. I got up at 1 and just really feeling it everywhere. So it was a long night, or a long morning I should say. I basically have been up since 1 o'clock, haven't slept at all since then. Fell asleep finally about 10 o'clock. I woke up and felt extremely toxic right away and took diazepam to try to just make me go to sleep, but I was just in so much pain, so I ended up doing a coffee enema. I pretty much made that actually right away. Then I knew I was still having a lot to detox out, so I ended up doing a detox contrast bath and had oatmeal and apple cider vinegar and slippery elm bark because my skin is super dry, so those help with that. And sweated that out, then did another coffee enema, apple cider vinegar, and then it's just like things just keep coming out. Like, it's insane. Like, I know when I'm this toxic, my body is just getting rid of stuff. It's in my blood, it's in my gut, it's in my nose. I've been blowing my nose insanely since I started the nasal spray. It kind of went away for a few days, not as bad anyway, and then last night it just started like full force again, and I've just constantly been blowing my nose. My skin has cleared up a lot since I've been doing extra enemas, extra detox contrast baths, but it is taxing and difficult. I mean, I feel much better after this. I mean, for not sleeping, I feel better probably than if I would have slept through the night and gotten, the 10 hours of sleep my body usually needs, versus actually getting up and having 3 hours of sleep and doing all the detox stuff. It seems to have been beneficial for me. So it's tiring, but I mean, I used to take pain meds instead of doing all this stuff because I didn't know better. And the pain meds not only cover up the symptoms and don't actually go to the cause, but they put more toxins into your liver, and then you just have more to process out. Now, with that said, I do know that the diazepam and the Xanax, that I usually take Xanax to sleep and diazepam for muscle issues, those typically what I take separately. But when I do take either one of them, I know that it is also being processed, through my body. It's another chemical that my body has to process, but if I can get the sleep, it's worth it for me. And a lot of the times when I do get the detox stuff out, I sleep fine. And, it's just kind of how things go. I'm also in a change of environment right now. I am about a half a mile away from my Lyme clinic center right now, and within 1 or 2 miles from the other doctors that I see up to 3 times a week. So this is making a huge difference in the stress of getting in the car, of driving back and forth, of making sure that we get to appointments on time, and this is helping a lot. It's also giving my boyfriend a bit of a break so that he doesn't have to be engulfed in this like constantly anymore. And thanks so much again to my mom for helping with everything that she's helping with. This is not an easy time. This is not an easy time for family and for friends that are even involved. Sometimes I know people at the treatment center who have family friends who are staying with them and helping them, and these people give anybody that's helped me or anybody else pour my heart into their soul, because it is an extremely hard battle to deal with, and in so many ways. So with that said, hopefully having a space that is closer to where everything is will just kind of take a load off of my mom, who's driving me back and forth through all these places, and just my body from getting in the car and doing the drive every day, sitting in traffic. It's I'm hoping that, you know, this just alone helps, makes a big difference. And so when I'm not getting up at 5 or 1 in the morning, it's now like almost, I think it's 6 o'clock now, and I'm not getting up at 1 in the morning, and I can actually sleep, and I can actually sleep until 7:30, 8 o'clock, and not be rushing to get to, you know, Lyme Center, get all my treatments done in before I go. Sometimes we start at 7:30, so it's we've been starting at 10 this week, but sometimes it's 7:30. So kind of just a lowdown on what's going on right now, and the stressors that are going on in my life, and I will catch up with you guys later and let you know what's going on in treatment today, if there's anything to vlog. 91 outside, and I still have some goosebumps. So it's been a very challenging morning. Since I got up and vlogged earlier, I have gone downhill a bit. I don't really like seeing that taking a different turn, and I took a detox bath because I started feeling just the chills really, really bad. My elbows were killing me. My thighs were really starting to hurt. I had a headache. I was blowing stuff out of my nose. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to try to detox in the bath and do the contrast. Didn't feel very well as soon as I got in the bath. I let myself get to the sweating point, jumped in the shower, and barely made it into the shower, and just sat down in there under the cold water for about 5 minutes until my body cooled off enough. I started feeling like I was going to have a seizure, so my mom came in and brought me diazepam. Stuck it in my mouth while I was in the shower like a little bird. And then we made it to the bed, where I called my doctor, and I talked to the head nurse, and she asked her if maybe I could just get my anti-dulafungin, which is what I think is causing these die-off symptoms so severely, which would totally make sense. And I am like now just resting, and I'm basically, they told me, she talked to the doctor after I talked to her, and she said that he would just prefer for me to rest, and then I have an appointment with him just coincidentally at 12:30 today, so instead of coming in at 10, I'm just going to go in at 12:30, and we're just going to do it from there. My protocol got a bit messed up this week, and I don't think things were quite right on there. We know for one day that they added something which ended up being fine, but it was something that shouldn't have been added to it. And yeah, so we're going in at 12:30 now, and so we kind of just got, I think it's 9:14 right now, so we got time before I go in for that. And my mom just heated up some coffee for me to do another enema so that I can get it out, because I can just feel it sitting there, just like, it's toxic, and you can just feel it. It's like almost like when you have to go to the bathroom, but it feels slightly different, and it's usually just worms that come out, or biofilm or whatever. So that's where I'm at right now, and I'll let you guys know what's going on. I have a group chat going with three of my best friends, and we talk pretty much every day, and I was telling them that I had some crazy temperature swings today, from 95.6 earlier this morning, and then within 12 hours it went to 99.3, and said, do I get a gold medal? And my friend sends me a picture of a golden star bouncing around. Then I told them about the rest of my day and how I wasn't able to do treatment today because I had a really rough night and then a rough morning. So my doctor said that considering all the things that my body's fighting off right now, the parasites, the Marcons, the Candida, what else am I fighting off at the moment? Mold, that it is just taking a toll on my body. So he said it's not too unusual, especially because I'm on hormone replacement therapy and my temperature kind of is low anyway on a typical day. But so I then told them that I'm the first patient that they have had to space out the antifungal treatment that I'm on with a day in between. I said, surprise, surprise, I'm the only patient that they've had to do that with so far. And I said, do I get another gold star? And my friend sends me this picture, or it's a gif. My friend sends me this picture, or it's a gif gold star in her forehead, and she just laughs. I'll see if I could put it on her, because it made me laugh so hard. I showed my mom, it made her laugh too. But sometimes those little things just get you for some reason, and that totally did. And so, yeah, it has definitely been a rough day. It was a little bit of a bummer that I wasn't able to do treatment, but, you know, we met with a doctor and it was good because we were able to figure out a plan that works better for me. So next week I'm going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday of Oxybosh, Myers cocktail, and the anti-dulafungin. And then I'll be off on Tuesday, Thursday. And then I'll do colonics either Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not sure yet, so we'll figure that out. But that really helps. I did end up doing colonics today, and I definitely felt better after doing that. Still not great, but I had trouble walking today. My mom was helping me. She's done a lot for me today. I really have had very, very little energy and been pretty ill today and in quite a bit of pain. But you know, it's all like a good thing because it means that things are dying off, and even though they were dying off a little bit too rapidly for my body to handle at the moment, just keeping up with detox, and a lot came out in colonics today, so that was good. Lots of parasites. Actually, the colonics lady came in and looked for a while, and she was like, oh my god, like she couldn't believe the amount of worms that were coming out, which is kind of creepy, but also a good thing because it is a reason why I'm having all these symptoms that I'm having. And every time that we find out more and more reasons why these are happening, the better. I also found out that my next step in treatment is going to be to see a parasitologist because I am having such severe parasite issues, and that seems to be kind of like after, hopefully the Mercans clears up after this. I'm not sure about the mold fungus issue or not, but I'm thinking the Mercans, that seems to have a pretty positive outlook on everybody who's done it so far. So even just that clearing up will allow my immune system to not be constantly fighting off at least one infection all the time. So that'll make a huge difference. It might help improve my food allergies, and I'm not going to be having my nose itching all the time and broken open. And yeah, that's another thing I was having, was tons of biofilm coming out of my nose today. It was crazy this morning. So yeah, I'm really tired because it's like 7:30 exactly right now, and I have been up since 1 o'clock and had 3 hours of sleep, and I do not do well with little sleep in general. I never have, even when I was like generally or fairly healthy. So this is not the best for me, but my mom made steak and broccoli, and I was craving like, it must have been the iron in the steak or something, and I did feel better after I ate it. So hopefully I can just kind of go to sleep now. I have to do my nasal spray. I forgot about that, but I did take the rest of my medicine already, and so hopefully I can just fall asleep and sleep through the night and wake up feeling better and ready for treatment tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, so tomorrow we're doing Oxybosh and Myers cocktail, Lyme brain, and then Friday we're just doing anti-dulafungin, the antifungus treatment, and then I'll have the 2 days off for the weekend and then start Monday on all 3 bags. So that's the plan for now. So it sounds like a lot better, and it sounds like something my body will be able to tolerate a lot better. So looking forward to seeing changes and seeing how things progress, and I will keep you guys updated.